Reports indicate that the most abused drug globally is marijuana. An estimated 140 million people under the age of 30 years use this drug, also known as cannabis. Ghana is Africa's leading user of marijuana and third in the world. Following calls by a section of Ghanaians for the decriminalization of the use of cannabis, GBC 24's Abdul Hayi Moomen has been to the Tamale Forest, a hideout for many smokers of the drug, and has come through with the following report.
National debate in Ghana over a motion to have cannabis decriminalized in the country has once again bounced to the fore, with the former UN Secretary General Mr. Kofi Annan and the former Executive Director of the Narcotics Control Board Mr. Akrasisapong adding their voices to the debate.
More and more of our young people are falling prey to the temptation of narcotics. So this is not just a problem of security and governance, it is a public health crisis too.
When people smoke Indian hemp, I'm not saying people ought to smoke, but when people do smoke Indian hemp, we say they are smoking Abonsam Tower. People give the impression that mental challenges are a result of Indian hemp, which is very stigmatizing.
How much is it here? Well, this is very cheap, isn't it? This is cheap.
A United Nations 2014 report cited Ghana as the third leading consumer of the substance in the world and the first in Africa. According to the report, Ghana has 21.5% of citizens aged between 15 and 64 heavily involved in the smoking of marijuana. In Ghana, 65% of students who abuse marijuana do so to have a good time with friends. The use of drugs is highest in the three regions in the northern part of Ghana and appears to be increasing in the northern regional capital, Tamale, along with alcohol use amongst the youth and women. This is the Tamale Forest.
Don't criticize it.
It is a hideout for many weed smokers. Here, both young men and women freely smoke ganja.
But some people say that their small children are smoking. You can call the sellers and tell them that if the small boys come, they should sack them away.
Many residents of Tamale believe that apart from being a hideout for weed smokers, the forest also serves as a safe haven for criminals. I made my way into the thickest part of the forest in search of weed smokers. This radio presenter, popularly known as Summertime, agrees to be my escort. He knows a lot about the history of the forest.
It was some thick forest, but over the with period of time when they succeeded in driving them from home, where you cannot find a single person dealing in narcotics in the house, then everything moved into the forest.
Contrary to popular perceptions, some of the smokers tell me that they are peaceful and law-abiding people. They claim that smoking weed does not make them criminals.
This is my eye make white, you only make red. Because of the thing they take, they say it's bad, but why they take them? People have taken alcohol, they've taken their cars out, and they have hit innocent people to death. How about that?
Here at the heart of the forest, the cannabis trade is booming. So also are other trades. This woman is a petty trader. She says she comes to the forest every day to sell cold drinks to the smokers. She believes that the weed smokers provide her with a livelihood. This is the leader of one of the groups. He says, due to the lack of jobs, they resort to weed trade for survival.
I don't have work, they chop and I eat. I don't have father. If my mother be my father, my mother is my mother, you understand? So what's up? I don't have work. If I have work, this they come here all day to work.
Mutala Isa is GBC's correspondent in the northern region. He tells me that the Tamale Municipal Assembly plans to drive away all the weed smokers from the forest in order to stop criminal activities. Some of the weed smokers claim that during elections, politicians come to them to campaign, yet they turn around to betray them when they come to power.
anytime it is election, it is time for election, look, they come around, make sure they try to convince them, they give them t-shirts and bills, they give to the group leaders.
We turned our attention to the office of the Metropolitan Chief Executive of Tamale, Idrisu Musa Superior, who had vowed to drive away the weed smokers from the Tamale Forest, for some answers.
A number of children have been impregnated, and these guys are totally irresponsible. I've had that report in my office. So the excitement across the metropolis is huge. People are so happy that we're doing this to get the people out of the forest.
Police people go there dressed in mufti, just like ordinary people, and go and buy weed from them. So we have evidence of people selling marijuana and all forms of illicit drugs in that community.
The debate has two sides. There are those who believe that when they smoke the weed, it serves a certain purpose, and that the government has no need and no role at all to play in their individual lives. However, there's that other argument that says, to the extent that the activities of persons who smoke weed affect the general society, government has got to play a strong hand and criminalize the use of cannabis in the country. Abdul, Moomen, GBC 24, Tamale Forest.